Hello, today I'm reviewing Hikaru No Go. The great thing about manga is that you can take anything and make it good. You can take a game and base a whole series around it. A good example of this would be Beyblade. It's a whole franchise that revolves around spinning tops. No pun intended. Although the show isn't that appealing anymore to me, but it was still an interesting show when I was a boy. And I'm not comparing it to Hikaru No Go. I'm just saying that it's taking a game and making it interesting, just like Hikaru No Go. Hikaru No Go is an anime that takes a game and turns it into a captivating series. This anime isn't suited for children like Beyblade, and it's far better. The story revolves around a classic board game called Go. This game is kinda like shogi or chess. This anime ran in Shonen Jump here in North America, and in Weekly Jump in Japan. It has a total of 23 manga volumes and 75 episodes. Also, the story was written by Yumi Hota, and the art was done by Takeshi Obata, the same guy who did the art for Death Note and Bakuman. The story starts off with Hikaru Shindo looking in his grandpa's attic for stuff to sell. I assume it's like eBay or something like that. He finds a Go board and wants to sell it. Upon finding the Go board, he finds blood stains on the board, and he is the only one who can see them. At the same time, Hikaru is possessed by Fujiwara no Sai. Sai is the ghost that possesses the board, and he is an ancient Go master who taught Go to the Emperor. He is casted away from the castle when he was accused for cheating and then died. He adores Go so much that back in this world, he convinces Hikaru to play. This is done by Sai telling Hikaru where to set his stones. Eventually, Hikaru gets an interest in Go and starts playing on his own. The characters are very interesting. They all feel real. It's interesting because they each have reasons for playing Go. Hikaru really develops as he grows to like Go and starts to play on his own. And you can really see the change from Hikaru in the beginning and more near the end. He's much more mature. The anime takes place during a couple of years, and you do get to see Hikaru grow and create new relationships with other characters. And this was really interesting because in the anime and manga, he meets new people, and these people add flavor to the anime because it's not the same characters, and you get a nice change. The pacing of the story is pretty quick, which really surprised me because if you think about it, a manga about Go, you would think that the pacing would be slow because they take time to play their moves and all that. But anyway, it was really interesting, and the pacing was pretty quick. You really dive into the series from the very first episode. The animation is pretty good, but it feels a lot different than the manga art. The manga art feels like it's more aimed to a more mature audience than the anime, and the anime feels like it's aimed for a younger audience. And you can't really aim this series to a younger audience because it's about a board game. I much prefer the manga art, but the anime style still works. I have to give praise to the designs on the boards because they are drawn very nicely. There's a lot of detail, and also I'd like to mention that when you're watching the anime or reading the manga, you sort of learn the basics of Go, but it's definitely not enough to make you win a game of Go. All the rules and moves are legit because the manga was supervised by a professional Go player. The dub is very bad. I'm sorry, but I really didn't like it. A lot of the voices don't fit the characters, especially Akira Toya and Fujiwara no Sai. And the thing is, they're very present in the animes, so they don't disappear, and they're always there, and you always hear their voice. Well, less for Akira, but more for Fujiwara no Sai. I would read the manga or watch it in Japanese just to avoid the horrible sounding characters. The soundtrack has a serious tone to it, and that's what suits the anime the best, and it's what it most deserves. They definitely achieved what I would want musically, although they didn't quite pass animation-wise. Like I said, the animation seemed like it was geared towards a younger audience, and the music made it seem like it was geared to an older audience, and that's why I prefer the music, and I think it's much better than the animation. Although you can't really compare the two, but you sort of know what I mean. Personally, I prefer the manga because it is near perfect, unlike the anime, which has some flaws. But if you like Go or chess, definitely check this anime out, or the manga, because that's what I would recommend. So all in all, I would give this anime an 8.5 out of 10, which is still really good. So definitely check this anime out, and it's pretty underrated. And you'd be surprised that an anime about a board game is very good. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please feel free to subscribe, or comment, or like, or whatever. Thank you.